Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tutorial Tuesday, which means I'm going to be finding a tutorial out there on YouTube to follow along with and try out a new look. And today I thought I would go out of my comfort zone a little bit. Y'all know I like liner, I like not a lot of eyeshadow, but I thought I would venture out to something relatively safe. And this is Jaclyn Hill's easiest smoky eye look. What does she call it? How to Easy Smoky Cat Eye. So I'm sure most of you have heard of Jaclyn Hill. She's been around forever. She is kind of the queen of smoky eyes. She's known for her really kind of over-the-top personality. When she starts, she already has all her base on, so this is my base today. Nothing too crazy, pretty light and fresh. And yeah, I'm just going to go on in and attempt the smoky eye. She claims you only need two brushes for this look. You need a was it synthetic or not synthetic? I think she says the white ones are the natural hair brushes and the black ones tend to be synthetic. I don't know. I just have two brushes. A lot of times I get brushes like in a glam bag. This is a really old Sigma brush I have had for maybe like 10 years. This is the Sigma E45. This is an Ipsy L34 blending. She does go on later to use a small tapered flat brush. She uses a completely flat one. I prefer the angled ones, and I have no idea what this is. So simple tools for makeup. She just sticks to one palette. She uses a Morphe palette. I have Naked 1 and Naked 2 here that I can pick and choose from. So yeah, I'm going to give this my best shot. I don't do a ton of eyeshadow looks. It's just not something that I feel, I don't know if it suits my look, or I've just never been confident enough to use a lot of shadow. Maybe using glasses and kind of having closed off lid space affects that, but I'm going to try to push myself, especially in Tutorial Tuesday where I don't know, it's just for fun anyway, so why not try something new? I'm going to definitely like get away from just winged liner, even if I look like a fool. Anyway, let's jump right into this tutorial. It starts off with just using a wash of color, and she just picks up like some mid browns. So I'm gonna dip into like these three matte shades. Can you see that? But it doesn't really matter. We're just going for a wash of color, kind of just right in the crease. She just says to use the white tip brush because it'll typically pick up less product. So if you are going for a wash of color, it should give you a better effect. And then she says just stick it in your crease and keep it somewhat low. Then we're just going to wash that all over the lid. Next, she uses translucent powder to actually kind of create a soft, I don't know, shape at the end of her eye. So I have some Marcel powder. She uses a brush to do this, but I don't have her brush, so I feel like we're going to work just fine like this. She says not to connect it to the very bottom of your eye, which I think I just did. Just going to knock some of that out. Repeat on the other side. A lot of people use like tape to do this. This is the first time I've seen it with powder, and she claims to have invented this method, so kind of cool. She also goes ahead and puts a lot more powder just under her eye to catch any fallout, so might as well do that too. She does start to take a deeper brown. I think this one's probably the most similar in this Naked palette. And she takes this smaller, she calls it a precision brush, and she just starts to place that color sort of along the lash line on the outer, almost just half of her eye. And then she says to bring the color up slowly. And of course to blend super well. She goes back and blends with the other brush that's got nothing on it. Now I'm going to take some of that first mid brown, put it over everything like she suggests. So finally, she grabs some black, so I'm just going to pick up this matte black, and we're just going to put that in the outer corner along the lash line, so just tiny little bit. Another thing she says is to not place the darker shadows until you're pretty sure that there's hardly any powder left before you start to swoop it up. Otherwise, it does get pretty messy. So I guess just working really slow, not being afraid to just use your same two brushes to add product and then kind of not really take it away, but just like fade it down and then slowly build it up till you get where you need it to be. And I definitely find one of my weaknesses with eyeshadow is I'm either too heavy-handed or too light-handed, and there's nothing really in between. So I guess everything just kind of looks muddied and either too well blended or not blended enough. Then she kicks all the translucent powder away. Then next we switch to the bottom eye, and even now I'm not sure it's like completely dark enough, but I don't know. I'm gonna go with it. So I'm just gonna take two medium brown shades again, and we're gonna start using the smaller brush to bring that under the eye. So next she tightlines her bottom area with a gel liner. I'm going to stick to a gel pencil liner. This is the Beauty for Real. And she's just going to go along her waterline. And then she smudges that down with the same brush I guess she had her liner on. And then we can take that same definer brush and go in it with a little bit of black shadow. And then just smudge that down to the outer part of the eye. And then we'll repeat on the upper waterline. Sorry, the upper lash line. So we're really emphasizing that outer third of the eye to kind of open it up. Kind of blend that out. She leaves this front half on the up and bottom open, as well as not using an eyeshadow underneath the brow to highlight, to kind of not keep it natural, but to keep it natural, she says. And now for some mascara. And then finally, I'm just going to add some little like half lashes. She adds a full strip that is very cat eye shaped, but I just want to go with these half ones because I think they're very comfortable to wear compared to a full strip. Hopefully this saves it. I don't know what you guys think. Obviously when Jaclyn does it, it looks a lot darker. It looks a lot less, I guess, muddied. There's this clear distinction between the different zones of her eyes. So if you guys have any tips or tricks for me, Alright, so lashes are on. That kind of helps bring some darkness if you are like me and you do have a hard time darkening up with eyeshadow. And it also helps like with blending. It just makes everything look a little bit more blended and I guess perfected. And there we go. What do you guys think? I think with practice and I guess extra confidence and getting comfortable working with shadows, I will definitely keep improving. But I think this is a great tutorial to start off and try with if you aren't super confident, because it only uses very few colors. It only focuses on darkening, which I think can be really helpful. So instead of having to worry about highlighting and darkening, we're just working on creating shadows. And I like the technique with the translucent powder. Even if it didn't really do that much, it did help with catching follow underneath the eye. And it does, that little line of distinction does kind of help you, especially if you're not good at pre-visualizing where the eyeshadow should go. It definitely does help you know where to kind of flick up the eyeshadow and kind of help shape your eye, which I really thought was quite helpful and innovative. So anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think of Tutorial Tuesday. If you have any favorite smoky eye looks you want me to try, or any other tutorials at all. And I think I'm going to keep amping up the craziness as we go along here and stop playing it so safe. So as usual, any comments, questions, feedback, anything at all, just let me know down below. And aside from that, make sure you hit like. It really helps me up. Subscribe if you want to see more content from me. I do a new beauty video every single day of the week. And aside from that, I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Bye.